All right, I'm just going to show you what I do when I'm tracking animals. Let's just pretend this kudu was a 4-star. Well, what I usually do is I mark it. I notice it's a 4-star. I do a screenshot if he was a 4. Then I come out to the map. I hook it. I save a screenshot. Then I'll make change to the screenshot. It doesn't let me show you that, but what I do is I go out to my screenshot of this, the kudu, and I would put text on it, and up in the top left corner it would say kudu because he's a 4-star. I don't have to put anything else. Kudu, unless it's a rare fur where I'll put albino or melanistic or leucistic, and then I put the 4-digit time of what time I see him, which happens to be 9:38. So if it's something I didn't have, I'd back it off about 15 minutes because I want to check it every day one to see if he has improved to a 5-star. So what I do is I change the color of the font. There's like 6 different colors that you can use. I do one for each map. So Nez Perce happens to be red. That's the first color option. Then the second one is the hell is it? Transylvania, which is orange. Yellow for Aurora. And so on, right? Monteriqui's light blue. I think I forgot. So Tickamoon's green, Monteriqui's light blue, and then the new map is purple. So I'll have all the text in big print at the top, so I know what animals. I can tell from visually when I go through all my screenshots what that is. What map I should be able to find whatever animal, because whitetails run multiple maps, so I have to be able to see, which one it is. When I go on the beginning of a day one where I'm going to go hunt all my 4-stars, see if they've turned into 5. I have them in the order of time. So if I have something at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, that's the first thing I want to check. That's the first one that's there. Then it'll go 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever. So I can go from one 4-star to the next 4-star and check them all the way through. Capture all the 5-stars I can, make videos, and then put them up. That's one of the ways that I make these videos and how the level of success that I've been having. The more 4-stars you have, and you're going to find them on day 2 and day 3, right? If you're brand new to the game and I've got a couple people who've asked because they haven't opened up or started a couple of the maps yet, first thing you should do is get in your car, drive up the main roads. Find all your water sources. Once you have the main roads open, then you should start walking the rivers, because you'll see rivers. Walk the rivers, analyze everything that glows. Each animal usually has, and it's not always true, sometimes they have more drinking areas. Usually the norm is 2 drinking, 2 eating, 2 resting, right? One is usually often, one is usually rare. When you're checking on 4-stars, you always want to go first to the often area to save yourself time. See if they're coming in. If you don't see them, you want to shoot over to the rare spot and check them. You don't want to get too close. You don't want to spook them, because if you keep spooking an animal, they're not going to come to the same spot. So learn from experience. Just get an ID. Make sure that you visually ID that he's not a 5-star, or if he is, kill him, right? Or whatever weapon of choice that you prefer to take it with. Check your trophy score on the shots of them when you go into the I forget what the hell you call it. You can go in and see, what animal it is, what his trophy score is, the shot you made, whatever tickles your fancy. But me, it's trophy score. I want my biggest animals up. So that's basically how I do it. And I'll do each map. Like I'll try to do one day, unless I have a rare fur that's about to become a 5-star, or something that I haven't got, or just an animal that's hard to get. If you read off to the right side when you hook on an animal, right, when you bring up his page under the, I think it's environment or whatever it's called, you can, under the encyclopedia, under animals, you can go down there, you can hit the R knob, and it sorts it by territory. So right now I'm on Tickamoon. I can see all the different animals. But if I go down to like Gemsbuck, for instance, on the right, it gives you all the information about the animal, what hunting tier. If you get into that and you want to use a gun, that'll get your other score, not your trophy score, but your hunting score up. you'll get 5 stars instead of 4 stars. I usually get 1 stars because I don't care what it is. I usually blast it with a Lapua round because I only care about giving it to the taxidermist and putting it up in my camps. But you can see what time the life cycle of these animals, where they eat, what time they eat, what time they rest, and that's when you should be looking at each animal, the 4 stars you have, and putting them in some type of order so that you can kind of start your day off at 5 o'clock. They should be here, move right across. I prefer hunting water areas, but a lot of animals I will check their feeding areas too. All depends what animals I have to check on. But that's how I do it. Then on the right side, you can scroll down underneath the encyclopedia of the animals. You can get down to the animal weights. Weights are tied to categories, like for male and female. For males, youngs for like a gemsbuck, they'll live to 20 years. 20 each year from this. Remember, all this information is my opinion on what I've experienced playing the game. So each year seems to be day 1, day 2, day 3. You rotate over to day 1 again. That's 1 year of life for the animal. Sometimes they mature quicker because their life expectancy isn't as good. They're efficient. They're going to die off. They're not going to make it to a 5-star. So you kind of want to track these things and check them. So when you get to something that's adult, you get a 3-star that's an adult. Usually, to me, that's gold. Right, that's what I call him, a gold animal, because that's going to probably make it to a 5-star. He's got enough juice left in his blood to make it to be a 5-star. So I'll track that animal. But everything else matures. It's all about 4 stars. Now, like I said, the mature level of this animal, the gemsbuck, which is why they're difficult, but they're in big herds, and there's a lot of herds, right? They live in the mature state from 10 to 20 years. So sometime in that mature cycle, if he turns into a 5, his weight will be between like 485 and 529 pounds, which means he's going to be a 5-star. And if you scroll down a little further, it gives you the primary habitat, the secondary habitats. I prefer to hunt the reservations, right? The ones that you either purchased or did certain levels of tasks to open up. Those are the high quality animals. We're the higher scored animals. It's just like if you're a hunter like me, I don't go to game preserves. Some people do. I have nothing against that. If that's the way you choose to hunt, more power to you. Some people prefer bow, some people prefer muzzleloader or rifle. Some people actually hunt with pistol. Whatever you do, good for you. But if you're in this game and you want to get high trophy scores, the reservations are the places to put your primary level of effort, right? You can hook the icon. You can see if it's green first. If it shows a life cycle up to 100%, more than likely under one of the icons for gemsbuck, and there might be 15 different icons on Tickamoon that show gemsbucks in a certain batch or herd, then you want to go over there and check each one of those icons to see if you have a 5-star. Marking 4 stars down and tracking them, like I said at the beginning of this video. That's how I do it. Their trophy type happens to be horns. 5-star usually is a range from 458 to 500. Those are the trophy scores that you'll see for a 5-star. So if you took him and he was 460, maybe he was going to die tomorrow. I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows in this game, but you're trying to do the best you can to put 5 stars up on the wall in your dioramas. My opinion, again, you don't even have to do any of this. You can just play the game and have fun. And some people probably will. Nothing against you. But as you're starting to see my videos, I'm showing my camps. They gave us the option to do it. I've done just about everything else in the game except for the 2 little race car ones. I've done all tasks and storylines, and everything's done. I've got one animal left to take, and that's the I keep saying in my videos, is the surf scooter on Aurora. I have not got a 5-star. I finally got my one off of Tickamoon last night, off of Lintakudu last night, which was I took 2 5-star European hares. Finally. They kept turning into 1-stars. If you're tracking 4 stars, here's my recommendation. You're tracking a 4-star. Next time you come back and you see that he's turned into, there's no 4-star there, and you see a 1-star young, you kill that 1-star young. You could try to call it in on low fitness. Sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't. You should always be, if you've got a particular herd, you should always be using your low fitness call to try to wean out those bad ones, cull them out of the herd, so when they come back, they're of a higher fitness. And more than likely they'll achieve, when they come back, they'll achieve that 5-star status. That's what we do. This is me and my friends that play the game. And I've had a lot of success. I hope you do too. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. If I did, just if you have a very particular question, feel free to add it to the video. I'm happy. I was up like 5 o'clock this morning answering comments that are being provided. So I appreciate the comments. I want to help you out. I don't make money off of any of this. I'm on YouTube for myself, just to put up my 5 stars so you can enjoy. And I've only got I got less than 60 subscribers. So it's not about me trying to make money. And there's a lot of people out there, and good on them, because you get a lot of good tips while watching people's videos. So you should. I mean, there's a guy, Hunt, out there. I watched him religiously. He's kind of crazy. He has a lot of fun playing the game. That's his style. He's very successful. Actually, I'd like to try to find him, see if we could do one of the ones where you can get on with another player and go to each other's camps, because I'd really like to check out his camps. But anyway, it's just fun. Have fun, and I hope you enjoy the video, and ask questions if you're new and you need assistance. Thanks.